want to turn on YouTubers,
No way you're getting turned on like that, Jan, right?
dominate in multiplayer,
I am absolutely insane at this game.
or fry in Battle Royale,
What the hell was that?
well, you're gonna need to know the best settings in Warzone Mobile. That's exactly what I've got for you. For those that have no idea who I am, here's a list of credentials to let you understand that you can trust me in what I say. And well, I was the first creator to ever get their own skin in the COD franchise based purely off videos.
Hey guys, Ferg here, and I am thrilled to be one of the first to pre-register for Call of Duty Warzone Mobile.
Not only that, but we're actually partnered with Warzone Mobile themselves. And throughout the entire launch months of the game, you can use the link down at the top of the description below to download Warzone Mobile now. Personally, between me and you, it would really help me out if you actually click the link. So please do it. With that out of the way, let me help you get better with settings for tablets, phones, and controllers. First off, you're gonna want to use manual fire, because although auto fire means you need one less finger, it doesn't shoot fast enough to be an OP feature. So between me and you just gotta stick it out with the manual. Surprising to probably a lot of you, I actually do use a couple of automations, so I've got custom here, and we're gonna go into just why now. Some of them are actually super useful, like these pickup options, or auto loot. However, do not do auto mantle, because if you go closely to a wall, it's gonna force you over it. Same with parachute. You want to aim to get as low to the ground as possible before pulling your chute, and if you have it on auto, it disables you from doing so. I don't think I need to say this, but please don't do auto climb stairs or turn corners assistance. Let me not forget about auto armor. These settings all need to be manual if you want to stand the best chance against good opponents. One setting you absolutely need is sprint to stand on. That means as soon as you move your joystick up, it will take you out of prone or crouch and immediately push you into a sprint, instead of having to touch loads of different buttons to make that happen. You want as many milliseconds cut off your time to do something as possible, because when you're in gunfights, engagements, or trying to retreat, those milliseconds will add up. If you're a tablet player, fixed should be your go-to, but some phone players with smaller screens may benefit from using accelerated, which I'll show you soon, as I've got a professional controller player and phone player, which I played against in customs for months before this title released, and they've given me the rights to show you exactly what they use. All these settings are simply on, and my auto fire on objects I actually removed. As we go further down the list, you'll see aim down sight behavior. Now, if you're a 4-finger player or lower, you're gonna want to use hold, as soon as you release your ADS button, it will automatically unscope you. However, if you're 5 and above in terms of finger use, toggle is the best one to use. It provides more control over your character, and ultimately, like I said before, can save you crucial milliseconds. Along with that, make sure to have sprinting door dash, as if you walk into a door, it will automatically fling open and let you carry your momentum into the next room, allowing you to retreat and get into cover faster. Put equip all armor plates on, as this means you only have to tap it once to equip your plates, and it will put every single one on until you're maxed. However, I know what you're thinking. What if I'm in a gunfight and I only want to do one plate? With this setting, it still allows you to actually click your gun after you put the plate in and swiftly swap out to it instead. There may be some conspiracy theories out there that say using no aim assist is better. It's not. Definitely throw that on, especially if you're on a controller, as it will help you dramatically hit your shots more. Vehicle controls, I feel like, are quite personal preference. I just use arrows simply because the cars feel really big and heavy in this game, and arrows make that easier. I'm not personally a gyro player, but when we get into some phone specific settings, I'll show you what the pros use. This right here is a special setting, something I've never seen before in any mobile title, and it's hit marker size. You want to make that small and then put the transparency down if you don't want to see it, and up if you do. Personally, I have it all the way up on small because it means I can still see when I hit somebody, along with the hit noise, and in my opinion, it makes gameplay look better. If you use the other option, it's going to take up a lot of screen space and kind of just distract you. I have auto sprint lock on floating, so when I'm trying to eat while gaming and running across the map without fighting anyone, I don't need to use my joystick to do so. Okay, this is a controversial tag, and it actually goes against everything that I believe in currently when it comes to using the most optimal settings. And that's the fact that I use merged instead of split. Now, in my belief, you want to save as much time as possible, so using split will actually allow you to have a separate prone and crouch button, whereas merged will allow you to just use your crouch button through prone. Here's a side-by-side to see how long it takes to get into prone and back out of prone using merged and split. That's the difference. Do you want to make that trade of having two separate buttons for it, or will you go with just the one? And finally, for me, here's all my sensitivities. Compared to other games, I actually use quite a fast sensitivity base. However, I will say my controller sense is completely void here because I don't actually use a roller. When finding your perfect sensitivity, you want to go with something that means you can snap on and flick at people, but not too fast to where you can't control your gunfights longer ranges. I feel like I found the perfect place here. Now, here's my HUD. I know a lot of people will find this to be a super weird one, and to be honest, I understand because I use 7 fingers, and that might frustrate, annoy, or just kind of confuse a lot of you new players out there. But I have an alternative from Void. He has been playing this game non-stop for the last year and a half with his very own HUD. He's currently one of the best players at global launch. If you want something that's more normal, go with his. If you're a controller player, however, here is movement settings. He actually plays both touch and controller, but I would personally say he's much better on that than he is on touch. And you'll find that a lot going into the start of this game, because it's going to take time for the touch players to really catch up, since Warzone has been on their platform for over 4 years now. If you're curious about just how good he is on controller, watch this. I was in that lobby, but I'm just happy it wasn't against me. Lastly, for all my phone warriors out there, we've got you covered with who I think is the best phone player currently. His name's Ghosty, and here's his HUD. Right now, he's operating out of a Red Magic 8S, yes, which is an Android. And remember earlier when I said about fixed versus accelerated? He actually uses accelerated because his phone screen is way smaller than a tablet. So it's something you definitely want to look into if you're using your daily phone to play Warzone Mobile on. If you're curious about any of his settings, you'll see them flying up on screen right now. He gets my seal of approval of actually being a very good player. Almost forgot, make sure your throwables are in this setting so that they're easier to throw, and also that your FOV is maxed the whole way up so that you can see more. With that being said, I hope you click that link down below. Even if you've already downloaded it on one device, download it in another, using it and help me out. Also, subscribe if mobile gamers are real gamers.